Korea has a few unique characteristics. And first one would be that Korea has its own technology industry and large platforms. At the same time, global big tech companies are also very active in Korea. So there's this dimension of tension involving global big tech companies and also Korean big tech companies. And again, smaller startups. So if we emphasize cosmopolitan and global aspect, there will be some group of stakeholders who complain about not giving enough consideration of local aspect or localities and vice versa. And the second characteristic that you can see in Korea and perhaps in many other countries is nowadays, if there are proposals for new regulations or new statutes somewhere, then that kind of new proposals are introduced and translated almost real time. In particular, the past several years, EU's effort, GDPR, and the last year or so, as mentioned, DSA, DMA, that kind of legal statutory proposals are mentioned like constantly in Korea too, not just within the EU. So in the case of Korea, competition authority, they showed keen interest in setting foot in this area. And Korean Communication Commission, which regulates the media industry in general, they proposed their own set of regulations. The Ministry of Science and ICT, they try to show themselves as mediator among different stakeholders. So one of the results of this kind of various regulatory agencies showing interest is plethora, multiple proposals of legislation. And what we saw last year in Korea was just, about 5 legislative proposals, and different regulatory agencies, they were just adamant about their own proposals, and we are stuck. And then we had presidential election a few months ago, and now the newly elected president and the administration is saying that, start from scratch, basically, and we are looking to the possibilities of having some sort of self-regulation. But no one knows for sure what self-regulation means in this context. So in pretty much many difficult and big questions are up in the air right now. The media industry, the kind of boundary is becoming more kind of blurred than before, but not just within the media industry, but say if you have platform service, now you may, some of the platforms, they may begin having, offering shopping service, and then they may want to begin servicing payment. And then they may want to go into financial industry and have the whole banking service within their platform. So in the past, there are, relatively speaking, there is clear distinction among different industries. But nowadays, the distinction is becoming more blurry and hard to make distinctions. So one of the natural outshot would be like each company, each big platform company kind of trying to step into others' territory, and then from the regulatory perspective, tensions and turf battle among different agencies.